InterswitchSPAK is an IntersWitch Switch a Future initiative.
Tonight, we will witness the emergence of Nigeria's best STEM students from a crop of outstanding students across the nation. With medicine and surgery in view, or rather Ogene Whiskey. Towards you at Tinuke made the finals and intends studying software engineering. So Raibi Okari, who wants to use his STEM skills around architectural designs. Precious Akiyemi, who intends to study medicine and surgery. Adeshayo Elumaro, whose dream is to study aerospace engineering. Stephen Nwaneri.
And I want to study medicine in the University of Nsukka.
Chinasom Joyce Onubogu, who wishes to study robotics. Zokanin Abubakar, his dream is to study artificial intelligence. Chimdubem Duruji, who wishes to study electrical electronics engineering. Please join me as I welcome Hero Daniels.
Creativity is the secret sauce to science, technology, engineering, and math. On InterswitchSPAK, we nurture creative geniuses and scientists. You'd recall that in 2018, we saw the emergence of Akachukwu Anumudu. He is currently studying electronics and electrical engineering. In 2019, Oyedamola Ajay, he is currently studying chemical engineering. And recently, Jubril Dokun, who emerged as the winner of InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 3.0. I have 9 hopeful finalists. And the big question is, who will fill these shoes of a champion? Welcome to the grand finale of InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0, proudly switched on by IntersWitch. Never stop. Many years ago, a little boy from a humble background had the vision of lighting up Africa and making people's lives better and richer using technology. With his team, they have impacted and they're still impacting millions of lives across Africa. That little boy is no other than the founder and the group managing director of IntersWitch, Mitchell Elebe. Mitchell is not here in person, but ably representing Mitchell is a trailblazer, the Chief Customer Experience Officer of IntersWitch Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's make welcome Oremei Aka for her opening address.
STEM education is recognized as a key driver for economic performance in any country. At IntersWitch, we are inspired by a vision of a prosperous Africa, driven by exchange of value and commerce. An Africa where Africans are equipped with the requisite knowledge to solve our own problems. This is the reality that has inspired the introduction of InterswitchSPAK, now in its 4th edition, and we are growing stronger every day. Every edition, we see a remarkable display of brilliance and passion among our youngsters, and this year is no different. Like previous editions, we have been inspired by the performance of our Sparksters as they compete to secure a slot and vie for their own share of the 12.5 million naira worth of scholarships and other prizes. The first place winner will receive 7.5 million naira scholarship spread across 5 years with a monthly stipend, a brand new laptop, and the bragging rights as the best science student in Nigeria. Wow. The second place winner will get 4 million naira scholarship spread over 3 years, a laptop, and monthly stipend. The third place winner will be rewarded with a 1 million naira scholarship spread over 1 year and a brand new laptop. We are confident that these rewards will go a long way in supporting the dreams and aspirations of our winners as they strive for a greater Africa. And finally, to our contestants, today I encourage you to keep dreaming, to keep working for a better Africa. Thank you once again and enjoy the rest of this program.
Wow. That was a very powerful speech. Thank you so very much, Interswitch, for all you do.
Let me tell you a story. Our story blooms over 2 decades ago in a humble university dorm room where the weight of the dark put a strain on our hands, a stain on the sheet where we mapped out our plans. But innovation lit our eyes with a fire to blaze the trail, to change Africa, one solution, one transaction at a time. Our ears listened to the chimes, the buzzing tune of bright ideas. We stretched out our hands, and remember what we did? We flipped the switch. We flipped the switch, it was no ordinary motion. It was to herald a new notion. It is a champion's charge, your invitation to stand on our shoulders. It is your time for elevation. So go ahead, flip that switch, build that business, scale that hitch. Africa's future is waiting on us, and what looks like the sky is only the dew. We are on the brink of something new, because at IntersWitch, we never stop. So you don't stop.
All right, Ogene, we have 4 girls at the grand finale. How does that make you feel?
And I'm very excited. And I'm excited to see what the girls will do this night because we are definitely prepared to shock everybody in a positive way.
I like that. In the famous words of Beyonce, who run the world?
Girls.
Right. Mommy Chimdube, we have other areas of profession that is quite profitable. You know, back in the day, our parents did not want us to play football. But if you hear of how much Ronaldo is earning, about $200 million per year, how does that sound? Do you think you'd prefer Chimdube to play football and earn more money?
No. I actually don't like him playing football because I don't want him to break his bones. Moreover, I feel that mental capacity should yield more than physical strength. Thank you.
And that's a very great answer. Thank you so very much. A big thank you to our teachers and our parents. Without further ado, Super Sparks, are you ready for the foundation level?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you're ready, I am ready. Here comes foundation round questions. OPQ, find the values of y. Is it 55 degrees, 20 degrees, 40 degrees, or 30 degrees? In the diagram OPQ, find the values of y. Our results are in, and I can tell you that we're off to a great start. Which of the following is not an oxide of aluminium? A, alumina. B, aluminium-free oxide. C, none. D, alum. Which of the following is not an oxide of aluminium? Correct option is D. Simplify 2x raised to the power 2, y raised to the power 9 over 4x, y raised to the power 5. Is it 2x over y raised to the power 4, 2x, y raised to the power 4, 2 over x, y raised to the power 4, half x, y raised to the power 4. And our Super Sparks are doing very great. A round of applause for all of them. The chemical structure of a common pain reliever is shown. What is another name for the analgesic drug? Is it acetaminophen, aspirin, ibuprofen, acetone? Precious.
I selected A.
I'm afraid to inform you, but you were absolutely correct. Yeah. Precious was the only Super Spark that provided the correct answer. To the rest of the Super Sparks, well done. Question 5. A lift of mass 150 kg moves vertically down at 2 meters per second square. What is the tension in the suspending cable? Is it 0.3 kilonewton, 4 kilonewton, 0.2 kilonewton, or 1.2 kilonewton? Correct option is D. Super Sparks, you can see how you're faring. If 73% of the students have science books, what percentage of students do not have science books? Is it 40%, 23%, 50%, or 27%? If 73% of the students have science books, what percentage of students do not Here comes question 7. In which of the following diagrams is the length of the tube equal to one wavelength? A, 1, B, 4, C, 3, D, 2. In which of the following diagrams is the length of the tube equal to one wavelength? Correct option is C, 3. You can see how you fared so far. Well done. In a GP, if the first term is 6 and the common ratio is 2, find the fourth term. A, 64, B, 32, C, 48, D, 120. In a GP, if the first term is 6 and the common ratio is 2, find the fourth term. All right, B.
So, if you want to find the nth term of a geometric progression, the formula is ARN minus 1. So, n is 4, so that will be 6 times 2 raised to power 3. So that will be 48. So that's why I selected option C.
And that is absolutely correct. We're now halfway through the foundation round. Let's quickly check our leaderboard to see how our Super Sparks are faring. This does not determine how this competition will end. It is just to encourage some of us to work faster. Remember, speed and accuracy is very important, all right? Here comes question number 9. A line going through the midpoint from one side to the other side of a circle is called, is it diameter, angle, area, or radius? A line going through the midpoint from one side to the other side of a circle is called, correct option is A, diameter. Super Sparks, you can see your results. Which of the following is not an oxide of iron? Is it wustite, hematite, magnetite, or none? Which of the following is not an oxide of iron? Adeshaya, what's the answer?
I think it's A.
Wustite. Why?
Well, I'm familiar with hematites and magnetites. Those two are the oxides of iron with the formulas Fe2O3 and Fe3O4, respectively.
But you're not familiar with wustite. You've never heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay. However, Ogene was the only Super Spark that got the correct answer. For the rest of the Super Spark, do not be discouraged. Trust me, it is still very early to determine, all right? So try your best. Question 11. Simplify 16x squared y raised to power 6 over 4x y raised to power 5. Is it 4x y raised to power 4, 4x squared y, 4x squared y squared, 4xy? Simplify 16x squared y raised to power 6 over 4xy raised to power 5. Told you?
16 divided by 4 is 4. X squared divided by x is x. Then y raised to power 6 divided by y raised to power 5 is y. So 4xy.
Isn't it amazing how their brains work? Please, a round of applause for her. Most of our Super Sparks got the correct answer. Which of the following is the simplest member of organic compounds? Is it acetone, formic acid, methane, or methanol? Which of the following is the simplest member of organic compounds? Our results are in. You've seen your current scores for this particular question. A lift of mass 300 kg moves vertically down at 2 meters per second square. What is the tension in the suspending cable? Is it 3.0, 2.4, 4, or 1.2 kilonewton? A lift of mass 300 kg moves vertically down at 2 meters per second square. What is the tension in the suspending cable? If 67% of the students have science books, what percentage of students do not have science books? Is it 23%, 50%, 33%, or 40%? If 7% of the students have science books, what percentage of students do not have science books? And that was quite an easy one. All our Super Sparks provided the correct answer. Well done. We're now 2 questions away from the end of the foundation round, and here comes question number 15. The universal law of gravitation was propounded by A. Kepler, B. Newton, C. Galileo, D. Faraday. The universal law of gravitation was propounded by. Here's the final question. Question 16. In a GP, if the first term is 3 and the common ratio is 2, find the 6th term. A. 32, B. 96, C. 140, D. 64. In a GP, if the first term is 3 and the common ratio is 2, find the 6th term. Zolkanier, how did you arrive at your option?
So for 6 term, we have AR raised to power 5. So that was just 3 times raised to power 5. That's 3 times 8. So that's 96.
And that is absolutely correct. A round of applause. And all our SPAK got the correct answer. The moment of truth is here. First of all, I'd like to really thank you for all of your efforts in this competition. I know it was not easy. Through hard work, guts, grits, you have made it thus far. The first person to move on to the advanced round with a total of 120 points and an average response time of 5.34 seconds is Zulkarnain. Also tied to Zulkarnain with an average response time of 5.37 seconds, 120 total points is Precious. Congratulations. And there you have it. Like I said earlier, every single person that made it to the final is a champion. And by the way, courtesy of our sponsor, Interswitch, they all get brand new laptops. Can we give a round of applause to... We're about to get to the hottest part of this competition. It's going to be the advanced level, so I need them to calm down. I need my Super SPAKs to relax. So we're going to take a quick water break. And when we come back, we're going to see these Super SPAKs super refreshed and ready to attempt the advanced level. It's InterswitchSPAK 4.0. Don't go anywhere.
2 decades ago, we flipped the switch, flooded the dark continent with light, created an industry, opened the doors that ushered in the future. Africa is emerging. Visionaries are evolving. But it wasn't always this way. Before the beginning, cash ruled the streets and crime was its aid. Africa was groping, coping with the darkness, until we founded the switch and turned on the future. 20 years after, the dark continent is now bursting with innovation, and we're just getting started. Until Africa is borderless, limitless, we are never stopping. Welcome to the Odyssey, the first experience. The future begins today.
Back to InterswitchSPAK National Science Competition Nigeria 4.0. It's the grand finale, proudly switched on by IntersWitch. Never stop. Before we went on the break, our Super SPAKs attempted the foundation round, and we have eliminated, and we have only 5 Super SPAKs left. Please, one more time, can you give a resounding round of applause for our 5 finalists that made it to the advanced round? Super SPAKs, you're very familiar with the rule. In the advanced round, each of you have the chances to attempt questions that are specifically pulled for you. Okay, you're going to take turns and select 15 questions from 5 subject areas. And you have exactly 45 seconds to attempt those questions. If you're ready, it's time to take a turn. To determine the sequence of play, our Super SPAKs must take a turn. Today's take a turn is a puzzle. Super SPAKs, here comes your puzzle. Match each element with the family it belongs to on the periodic table. The elements are bromine, sodium. Oh, wow, that was extremely fast. All right, Ogene, are you ready to SPAK?
My name is Ogene Whiskey, and I am ready to SPAK.
Now is your time to SPAK. The vertebral column is also known as
vertebral bone, backbone.
The what girdle is found around
pelvic.
the waist. The excretory organ of flatworm is
flip cell.
Which general name describes substances such as nylon?
Polymer.
The noble gas helium is
He.
represented by what symbol? The smallest particle of an element.
Molecule.
What is the combined resistance of 2 ohms?
12.
What is the best method of digmatization?
Solenoid method.
What is a hydrogen atom with 1 proton and 2 neutrons called?
Deuterium.
One positive number is greater than the other number by 3. The sum of 2 numbers is 23. The 2 numbers are
10 and 13.
40% of 50 students of a class are good at science. How many students are not good at science? That's your final question.
30 students are not good at science.
Well done.
My name is Durji Chimdubem and I am ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. What involves the study of
Physiology.
What is the scientific name of cocoa? DNA stands for
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Chlorine is produced commercially by
Electrolysis of brine.
a metal that can be
Tin.
Bronze is an alloy of
Copper and tin.
what type of motion is undergone by the molecules in a
Random.
What is the density of a 2x2 by 3 meter box with a mass of 24 kg?
2.
A resultant force of magnitude 50 Newton acts on the body of mass 2 kg.
5.
If 3 raised to the power minus n
Minus
equals
3.
the straight line of equation y equals 5x.
5.
How many integers lie in the range 2 is greater than y is greater than
1.
Well done. Choose again.
My name is Ilumar Aisha. I'm ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. Which organism is
Paramecium.
the metabolic pathway that converts glucose?
Glycolysis.
How many offspring?
2.
The substance often used for
Sulfur.
the liquescent substance.
Drying.
What group of hydrocarbons?
Alkanes.
A note of frequency 800 Hz has a
2.
to attain a maximum.
45 degrees.
If it is required for an aircraft to run at a uniform speed of 50 meters per second to cover a distance of 10 kilometers before takeoff, what is required? What is the required time for the craft to take off?
25.
With respect to A in the right angle triangle,
Hypotenuse.
if cos A equals 3,
4 or 5.
if the first term of an AP is 5 on the column, which operating system? How many Grand Slam single titles has Serena Williams won? That's your last question. How many Grand Slam singles titles has Serena Williams won?
2.
Well done, Adeshayo.
My name is Okanin Abubakar and I'm ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. Photometer is used to measure
Light.
Biosphere can also be called
Earth.
Producers of what that can manufacture their own food.
Autotrophs.
Which element is represented by the symbol Ti?
Titanium.
The atom 23290.
for 2.
Which metallic element is produced from
Calcium.
How many images are formed by 2 mirrors placed at an object of volume 2 meter cube? A pump lifts water into an overhead tank at height 12 meters. When we factorize an expression, we write it
Expression.
What is the probability of an impossible event?
0.
Esther has 4 pence, she bought 8 more and gave 2 to Mary.
12.
Muhammad Ali was born in which US?
California.
Well done, something in.
My name is Precious Akiemi and I'm ready to spark.
Now is your time to spark. Who is the father of genetics?
Mendel.
How many pairs of chromosomes?
23.
A gene is the basic physical.
Heredity.
Which element is represented by the chemical?
Arsenic.
The element francium.
Fr.
What is the common name?
Alum.
A note of frequency 1000 Hz has a velocity of 400 meters per second. Calculate the wavelength of the note.
2.5.
If it is required for aircraft to run at an object of volume 3 meter cube and a mass 5 kg is totally immersed in a liquid of density 1 kilogram per meter cube.
Pass.
Which planet has the most moons?
Saturn.
Which part of a plant conducts?
Leaves.
How many elements are in?
118.
Peru is the capital of which country? That's your.
No.
Well done, Precious. Super Sparks, we have a tie. 2 Super Sparks are tied at 180 points. In this situation, we have to move on to conduct the sudden end. Tied at 180 points are Adeshayo and Precious. Here comes the sudden end question. The human dentition. Adeshayo, are you sure that is the answer?
Yes.
Remember, if you gave me the incorrect answer, you definitely move a position downwards.
Yes, sir.
And you were absolutely correct. Congratulations to you. At 3rd place, going home tonight with a new laptop and 1 million naira worth of university scholarship. Precious, I can hear me. At second place is Adeshayo Enumaro. To present the first place prize is the Chief Customer Experience Officer at InterswitchSPAK Group. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Oremei Aka. Oremei, tell me, what are your thoughts so far? You've witnessed grand finale in person, all of the emotions. Tell me, what are you thinking?
Wow, wow, wow. I salute these 9 finalists. They are all winners. I can't imagine the amount. I mean, it's been amazing. The display of knowledge, of wisdom, the ability to manage this pressure at their age. Africa is really, we got something.
At the beginning of the show, we had 4 girls and 5 boys. Would the winner be a girl or a boy? After 9 prelims, with a total of 81 Super SPAKs, 3 semi-final episodes, with a total of 27 semi-finalists, and 1 person, 1 Super SPAK, has emerged tops. With a total of 200 points in the advanced level, and going home tonight with 7.5 million naira worth of university scholarship, a brand new laptop, and the bragging rights as Nigeria's best STEM student is Oraba Ogene Wesker! We asked her, do you think a girl will win? And yes, a girl has won.
Awesome!
And the bragging rights as Nigeria's best STEM students. Wow. I can only imagine the emotions going on. And there you have it. I'd like to thank everybody, the sponsor, InterswitchSPAK, our viewers at home, and every single person that has pledged in the success. My name is Hero Daniel, and for the final time this season, remember, your best days are ahead of you and not behind. See you at InterswitchSPAK Season 5.
InterswitchSPAK is an Interswitch Switch a Future initiative.